I'm very happy to see that there is such a large group of people of all races, religions, and colors who are here to stand up for the sake of justice. The concept of justice is fundamental to the concept of Islam. And it's fundamental to the return of Imam Mahdi Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif and Hazrat Isa, Jesus alayhi salam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu qawwamina bil qist shuhada lillah walau ala anfusikum awil walidaini wal aqrabin. O you who believe, be upholders of truth and witnesses for God, even if it's against yourselves or it's against your own parents. Their importance of resistance and standing for truth is a fundamental part of what it is to be a human being, not just a Muslim. It's part of who it is to be a Christian, not just a human being. It's part of who it is to be a follower of Hazrat Musa, a Jew, not just a human being. It's part of who we are, that it's not enough that we are just not oppressed, other people cannot be oppressed. And if there is injustice anywhere in the world, none of us are safe. A threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Now I want to say a few words on the importance of resistance. First of all, it's to show that we do not condone it and we are not in agreement with it. Because if we're standing there silently and we see somebody being oppressed, then they will say, well, it wasn't really oppression. They all stood there, they all agreed. Maybe you didn't like it, but because you didn't speak up, it appears as if you approved of it. And they say that injustice at a time of oppression is actually taking the side of the oppressor. So it's important to speak out if you're able to speak out. It's important to use your hand if you're able to use your hand. And even if you cannot use your hand or your tongue, at least that your heart should shake and you should become upset at seeing this injustice in front of you. It's important for us to identify who is right and who is wrong. If you don't know, then do research. It's important for us to uphold the values and the rights and the things that we hold sacred for ourselves for the other people. You can't say that, well, it's okay for me, but it's not okay for you. This goes across religions, it goes across races. Even we as human beings do not like to see injustice to animals or trees. How can we accept that this injustice is done to brother human beings? It's important to prevent the increase of injustice. If we are silent, sometimes some people used to say, well, we're doing these protests against Israel, but it doesn't seem to be making any difference. It does make a difference in that they do not increase their injustice because they see that people are getting upset. Imagine what they would do. This is what they're doing with our protesting. Imagine what they would do if we did not. Another thing which people forget is that it is important to stand up against injustice, to help the oppressed, but also to help the oppressor by stopping him. That's our brother human being too. Even the oppressor is our brother human being. We have to prevent him from going too far. In the time when when we see that there are people that they are now misguiding their children to make them become oppressors as well, justifying unrighteous actions, they need to be stopped. They're going to thank us later that thank you for stopping me. I couldn't stop myself. They had, because of, you could say, the trauma or whatever that they had been through in the past, they now have lost the ability to stop themselves. They have to be stopped for their own sakes. It's important for us to stand up for injustice A, to protect ourselves, to protect the others. B, to protect the oppressor from doing the oppression, but also to stop ourselves from becoming oppressed. There's a hadith that it says, this is a saying of the Prophet, that if a people give up preventing right and standing up against wrong and simply rely on others to do it, the worst of them will be made leaders of them. Then they will pray to God for help and it will not come. So it's important for us to make sure that we keep preaching out against injustice, fighting against injustice. It seems like it's been a long time, but it's going to be a blink. It wasn't long ago when I was a little kid, we were marching for South Africa. We're going to keep on marching for any injustice anywhere in the world, no matter who it is, no matter what color they are, no matter what race they are. And thank all of you for coming, and let's not give up. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free.